What up, though? What up? Give you a couple more minutes. A little quick one, y'all. Don't do too much. I know y'all felt like a few of my people felt like I stood them up the other day, but it was for good reason. I wasn't in the house and didn't make it back home till a couple hours after I had planned on being on. So, but I'm here now, and I got a couple minutes. What's up, CC? Tried to hit you up. I wanted to do a late night boy last night, but I let you doze off, and I seen old Slap up, but by the time I got finished eating, about 1 o'clock in the morning, he was gone. About 1 or 2 in the morning, he was gone. I was planning on dropping a couple bars. You did, but they didn't go as planned. See, what I like to do on this platform, when you do too much, or let me say it like this, y'all, too much of anything ain't good for you. And I find myself taking on the attitudes of certain people on this platform when I do too much, when I be on it too much. I find myself feeding off into stuff I don't normally feed off into. So I just try to do it in moderation. And I try to be that voice that you hear when you need to hear it. I don't want to, be like the radio, like how the radio play that song that you hate, but eventually you're singing or rapping that song that you hate. Eventually you saying the words and you can't figure out why you saying the words to a song you hate. No, I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be just the way it is, because I'm giving my ideas and my opinions on a lot of things on my channel, but I'm regurgitating someone else's words. I'm not coming original. I'm simply interpreting God's word and making it my own, as you all should do it. You should make God's word your own. Uh, you should apply it and use it to strengthen yourself and the people around you, if they allow you to. Remember, God's word ain't to make you weak or make you feel helpless. God's word empowers you and gives you power. So give it a couple more minutes, y'all. Election, is it election day? Election day in Michigan. Uh, when I seen what it was, yeah, I just automatically reviewed how it was when Trump came into office, and it was, oh, what a script. You seen actual news anchors pretend like not only that they surprised. I put it like this: you seen an example of why they get paid so much money. I seen one dude say, "You guys did this. You guys let this happen," and blah blah blah. I said, "Oh my goodness." See, let me crush. I don't want to bust no bubbles. I want to crush bubbles. The only thing your vote tells you, or should I say, only thing, the only purpose your vote has, is to let your handlers know who you vote for. It's to let your handlers know that you ascribe to what they're giving you. See, a long time ago, before son Bush got into office, I seen the candidates for president. And out of all the candidates, I asked myself, who gets to choose who becomes uh, eligible to be elected? Where do these people come from? And of course, they got a whole backstory, whole family circuit, and what the person was doing so many years ago. They got everything already laid out for you. And I just said to myself, looking at the comments of the right and the left, like, why don't the people get an opportunity to pick? And see, questions, little insignificant questions like that don't really appear to hold weight, them are the questions. Oh, college school and this, that. Man, I don't want to hear none of that. Why is these guys the only people that's eligible? They tell you eligible. They tell you can run. A few years back when Kwame was going through his thing, a couple street dudes ran for mayor in Detroit. And yeah, it was a joke. But they attempted to, and it was, what let me know it was a joke is it was televised. See, understand this, man. Nothing gets televised. Nothing gets put on the big screen without somebody okaying it. How many times in your personal life do people have to die and they never end up on the news, no matter how horrific? And then you turn to the news and you see a dog get killed and it's on the news. And, if you want to take the short end of it, you can say, well, a dog get more respect than a human being. No, it's not that. The human being don't get no respect, neither. The dog don't either. So let's just say this. You're no better than a dog. Remember, I told you you're called goy. You're called beast in the field. By these people that you can't say a bad word about. You can't say a bad word about these people, but they can exploit you, use your image, use your slang, use your language to demonize, make all kind of money off of, etc., etc. But soon as you give your opinion about these people, you're ostracized. Everything you own is getting cut up. And I know people gonna do it anyway. But the Kyrie Irving, the Kanye West, all this stuff is a script. It's a script. It looked like Kyrie is moving up the ladder. See, I know it looks like he's being accosted. I know it looks like he's being attacked, and Kanye as well. I know it looks that way, but no. See, when it's really that way, you don't see him no more on the big screen. You don't see him no more on TV. And I'm sub to this dude named I Exposed the MCs, and he said it best. He said it best, y'all. He said, quit saying you don't look at the news and you still mess with social media. He said, if you mess with social media in any form, you're looking at the news daily because it's regurgitated on there. And I have to agree with him. If y'all don't know what real bullying looks like, go to YouTube. When you go to YouTube, try to, let's say you're a person that's not interested in the news. Now you think you're running away from the news, but the news is following you right there on YouTube. I don't have none of the other services. Oh, I have YouTube and I have Facebook. I do have those two. So if I'm not in the mood to look at no mainstream TV, which I haven't looked at in quite some time, to be honest with y'all. My last time looking at mainstream, I was checking out The Flash before he died, on CM20 in Detroit, CM50 in Detroit. What up, though, Classic? So since then, it's just been straight up social media. And in social media, even if you don't mess with the news, you're forced to look at the news on social media. If you're not getting interrupted by commercials that's referencing news, you're looking at the news or you're looking at your feed and all these news stories keep popping up on your feed. That's what bully is, y'all. You can run, but you can't hide. You got to deal with these people. So when you get somebody like Cant, and if you look at what Kyrie did, and they call that, what they call that shit, anti-Semitic. You ask yourself the question, wow. So him referencing a book, and y'all want to hear some crazy shit. I just seen the book being advertised on my feed, on my YouTube feed. He advertised a book from Negroes to, hold on, let me see the name of it. I know it's still up. Oh, they probably didn't get rid of it now. From Negroes to from Jews to Negroes. And in all actuality, that's actually backwards. That's actually backwards if you want to hit the actual factuals. That could be definitely a conversation we can have. Actually, Negro was a people. And to my knowledge, it wasn't African either. But again, that's a conversation we definitely need to have. Not we should have. We need to have that conversation because a lot of us lost. A lot of us want the research done for us, so we just regurgitate what somebody we trust say, and we enter in a time period where we can't do that no more. We can't trust nobody no more. We need the actual factuals. We need physical proof. You do it to your fellow man. You do it to your neighbor. Let's try to start doing this to our news, to our media outlets. Let's ask for more proof or tell them to shut the fuck up. Because they're demonizing who they won't demonize and they raise up who they won't raised up. And just like good old little slaves, we go right along with it. Let me tell you how easy it is, right? I left out the house the other day. It was nice as hell outside. And my wife didn't want to go nowhere. So I left out the house, give me a little air. And the whole reason I was going out the house to find me something to eat. Because I didn't want nothing that was in the house. So I go out and riding around, and I'm riding around, and I run into a few situations, right? So I get all the way back home, and my wife showed me a picture. She said, look, husband, showed me a picture of 3 mice, I'm sorry, y'all, in the middle of a floor, what looks like a McDonald's restaurant, like the kitchen looked like on the floor. And she say, I never want to go there again. And I said, well, baby, that's the case for all these restaurants. It ain't the case just for them. And I said, furthermore, is it any other pictures that show you that this is the McDonald's right here down the street from the house on Jefferson? She said, no. I said, so you just gonna believe that one picture they took of three mice on the floor, that picture can be from Florida, that picture can be from California, but just because the captions say Jefferson and Shane, or should I say Jefferson and damn, what's the name of that damn street? Let's just say Jefferson and Hibbert, and you see three mice on the floor, and all of us damn near everybody that worked at McDonald's, so you know that's a McDonald's floor. That's those of us from the hood. All right. So you know that's a McDonald's floor. So you mean to tell me that's all it takes for you to believe what whoever sent this picture wants you to believe? And that's a classic example of how easy we are. I'm talking about easy. Remember how you used it back in the day? You know, all you got to do is tell a girl she's beautiful, and you can get in there. Easy. That's us. We're easy. They play a good song, and we bought and sold. Play some good music, you bought and sold. Get one of these. We got two white ladies going for governor in Michigan. And I wish I could tell one of them, get on there and play some Al Green, and you'll win if you want. You know, if that type of stuff matters. And I guarantee you win. Because all you got to do is show a nigga a good time. And he with you. He or she with you. And, you know, always remember, you know, this. What up, IB? Always remember this. Only stupid motherfuckers classify nigga as a color. I'm going to just put that out there because I ain't going to be, you know, every time I say this word referencing dumb motherfuckers, I ain't going to be talking about no color and this, that, and the other, you know, basically clarifying what I mean. I'm only going to do that this short period of time. You may not find it on Wikipedia. Go get an old dictionary namely from the 80s, 70s, and backwards. Okay? And go see the definition for nigger in those books. Those are where I get my definitions from these days. Because I see that the dictionaries online has the tendency to change, you know, as time progresses. Had a tendency to change and go towards popular opinion rather than the actual factuals. You underdid? So when I seen these people blaming, or should I say, when I seen these media outlets blaming the people for Donald Trump, me and the people in my communities looked at each other and said, wow, we could never predict this. Listen, we knew it was a good chance Trump was going to be in there. We knew it. Because why else would they, listen, before Trump got in there, everything that happened in America, all of a sudden his opinion was so important. They had to hear, they wanted to know what he thought about things before they wanted to know what the president, who was Barack Obama at the time, they were more interested in what he thought about events that was happening than the president himself. So it made perfect sense for Trump to be that guy. But when he finally did become that guy, and all these outlets that were so interested in his opinion on this and his opinion on that, and then we seen these same outlets flip the script like he's a villain. I step back and, I'm looking at this. I'm like, what type of crazy shit is this? I mean, they were so interesting. And I'm asking myself, what the fuck do I care about what a Donald Trump think? It was some things happening, some stuff on TikTok and some crimes that had happened. And they were more hard pressed about what Donald Trump thought. And I mean, this was the prior 8 years before he got into the White House. And then the last 4 years before he got in there, they were really pushing it. And see, that's the beautiful thing about their gadgets, because you can go back in time and y'all can go see this for yourself. But the 4 years before he actually got in the White House, oh man, they were doing too much. And then Donald Trump had the Serta commercial with 9/11 on there, and I'm like, and that just so happened to be the day that he was elected, November the 9th. See, I tell y'all something about this gematria, man. We are ruled by numbers. We are ruled by numbers. I really want to deep sea dive with y'all into those numbers, but I'm really hoping some people take the initiative to get it cranking on their own. I'm really hoping for that. I've really been looking forward to seeing somebody just hop out there and throw something at me. It doesn't appear that it's gonna happen, so I'm gonna eventually get to it. But listen, y'all, my real life is way more adventurous than this YouTube thing. Don't get me wrong, I have my fun on here and I really enjoy making people aware of things that I'm aware of. I really do enjoy it, but my real life hasn't receded to the point where this is the highlight of my day. It's not. It's nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. I enjoy face to face. I enjoy building in face to face situation. This computer thing, I'm only used to playing games on here, y'all, and I ain't been doing that so good. I haven't been, since I've been messing around on YouTube. I haven't been so strong on messing around in the gaming world. It's like I'm doing too much. I'm on the internet doing this, and then I go right back to the internet and doing that. Like I'm doing too much. So forgive me, y'all. Y'all look forward to hearing my voice. It's strictly because I'm trying to prioritize, and I'm trying not to get sick of what I vow to do, and that's put awareness out there to the point of death if I have to. And I'm gonna tell you, like Buddy said on the Chronicles of Riddick, he told that soldier, "When you die, you gone." He say, when I die, uh, I'm assured of resurrection. But when you die, you gone. You probably ain't gonna even have nobody to bury you, care about you. And all I need is one, my wife. Her love in itself sustains me. I don't need no extra hoorahs and pats on the back and attaboys and all that. I'm good on all that. What I do is I just pray every day for strength. I pray that I get stronger in the message that I put out here. And that's just trying to make sure everybody is lined up with the truth before they meet their demise. That's really all I'm in the business of doing. I'm hoping all that take place. But first and foremost, I have to make sure that my worship and my movement is in order. And when I do too much of this, y'all, I'll be off the road, off track. So I do think about doing lives a lot more, but I think that everything happens for a reason. So I just pace myself and I just try to build up as much information as I can before I go live. But this Kyrie Irving thing, and listen, as long as you seeing them on the big screen, as long as you hear their names being said by the media outlets, they're working. They're working. Kyrie will be next to Kanye when Kanye run for president or whatever the hell he's supposed to be running for. But he's going to run. Remember, Kanye is the one that spoke out against the president them years ago when Katrina happened. And yet he's made it to be a billionaire. He's working. He's doing his job. You want to feel sorry for somebody? Feel sorry for those people in your communities that that don't have nowhere to go. That's going to be sleeping at the bus stop tonight. Feel sorry for those people that parents get well more than enough food stamps a month, and yet these kids still hungry. You want to feel sorry for somebody? Feel sorry for the people you can put your finger on. Quit feeling sorry for these damn characters out here, because that's all they are characters. Hey, Tanya, what's going on, sweetheart? Quit feeling sorry for them. Oh, they didn't froze up all his money in? What the fuck they got to do with you? And see, y'all believe in these lies. These people got all these money. Ask yourself, how can you get over $100 million? Because it's a diss on your own intelligence at the same time. Not only is it a diss on your own intelligence, it's a diss on these characters. And they play right along with it. You telling me you made over $100 million for the process of about 4-5 years. And you telling me you're broke 10 years later? So check it out. Either every athlete, 90% of every athlete is dumb as a box of rocks, which is somewhat true, or don't even have necessary common sense, or everything that they tell us is a lie. So you mean these new millionaires, and when I say new, let's say like from 10 years ago. So you telling me these new millionaires from 10 years ago didn't learn lessons from the millionaires 10 years before that? Nobody learned? All these college students and nobody see what's at the end of the road? Really? And you just believe that, right? Right? Boy. So this man, let me put it like this. So this man played 10 years of ball. And those 10 years of ball on paper, He allegedly made close to $200 million because he was one of the best in the sport, right? Fast forward 10 years down the line, and a nigga broke. College degree and all. So either this college thing a lie, either our sports people are the dumbest people in the world, either we the dumbest people in the world, or it's all a lie. See, what they don't tell you is that these people money is based off sponsorship. You know them big old houses you be seeing them with, you know them cars and stuff you see them with. This is part of their pay. They don't really have a choice on how they get paid. It's the sponsors that do. Y'all ever heard the story about how they can't just go pull $1 million out the bank? You ever heard a star tell you that? What's gonna happen is I want to say arrest, but consequences occur when you pull over so much. And I thought it was just us because we're considered bottom tier. But no, that goes for these so-called millionaires too. They have to have a reason, a real dumb reason. A real dumb reason. Like, I'm going to the strip club. They can't say nothing like, I'm about to go feed these hungry people, or I'm about to go break my family off some money. You can't say nothing like that. Corey Holcomb relayed that to us. Because that ain't no good enough money. That ain't no good enough reason to pull money out your account. But you going to do a video, or you going to the strip club, or you can pull money out for that as a millionaire. When you see these Bugattis and you see these mansions, see, this is their money. This is the money that that you're told that they have. This is their money. You ever heard of the black card? That's their money. You ever heard of sponsors? You know, you ever looked at PBS and you hear about the sponsors, the Rockefeller Foundation? Well, the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, the MLB, all of these people have sponsors. That's what the commercial's about. That's what all the advertisements you see in the stadiums are about. You see Little Caesars there. You see, and I'm just throwing out names. Ponderosa there. You may see Michigan Bell. You may see Bell Tire, and you know, you may see those are sponsors, y'all. Those are the people that pays the bills for those athletes you see on the field. Yeah. Yeah. See, I was a sports fiend. That's why I can understand the discomfort between me and my son's relationship, because I made them sports fiends. All just so I can realize and analyze how dumb I was walking and said, oh, hell no. I'm washing my hands with this. And I know my sons, they got the steal right now that they think I'm crazy. But I'm talking about when they came into this world, I had their life already mapped out. And am I the type of person that put prestige and money before I put truth? Hell no. Hell no. I tell you what, it made me believe the Bible even more so. The Bible say, do not put your trust in earthly man. The Bible says man will dominate man to his own injury. That's what the Bible say. So when I witness these things, right? When I witness these things and realize that I've been bamboozled all these years, the only thing I can do to get even, to get revenge, is by first severing that cord, cutting that cord off. You can call it umbilical, you can call it electricity, but there's no more feeding this monster. And then the next thing I did was make sure I cut my cords towards my sons and myself. Told my sons, you can play, but I don't want nothing to do with it. Yeah, they can get the scholarship. Yeah, they can go to school, but what are the schools for? What are the schools for? Some people can say it's for to put you in debt, which I know a lot of people that went to college that's in debt right now. Some people can say that, but see, it's even more simple than that. The colleges are there to catch the geniuses, to control the geniuses of this world. Not only that, it gets a little bit more simpler than that. It's to make sure that ungodliness is spread abroad. These are Jesuit and Catholic colleges or schools. They're owned by these entities. And in my opinion, from the actions of Jesuit and Catholic relations, not only don't they, but they don't want nothing to do with the one true God. Stop wasting y'all time ascribing to this black white shit. I just heard one person say they going after Kyrie Irving, but they ain't going after the white guy that said this, that, and the other. Yeah, of course. You don't see the play. You don't see the demographic they're trying to affect. You don't see who they're trying to affect. And all of it is a warning sign. Sorry about that, y'all. All it is a warning sign to your next group of athletes, your next group of quote unquote millionaires, that this is what will happen to you if you do this or if you do that. We will take everything away from you and you will be nothing, and there's nothing nobody can do about it. There's nothing nobody can say about it. We don't care how great you are. We don't care how much money you have, right? If you speak, you don't even have to speak on doing any harm. You don't even have to speak a bad word. All you got to do is refer a book or a movie about these people not being who they say they are, and you are committing a crime towards these people. And y'all gonna do all that crime and go turn around and look at an NBA game tonight. Y'all gonna do all this crying and whining and go look at an NFL game. Or go look at their news. Go listen to they garbage, trash ass rappers they got out here. Trash music. That's all you gonna do. But then on the back end, man, these motherfuckers, they always coming, they always black people. Yeah. You know why? Because you quote unquote black people keep on crying, but you keep on feeding the beast. Keep on giving them every piece of energy they need to feed and grow. I just be sitting back laughing at these fools, man. I just be sitting back laughing at them. He can't even say this. You can't say this or that without these people doing this. They ain't even the real people. And then here you go, posting a image of you looking at their sports. Looking at their foot. Yeah, they own. Yeah, they own it. They've been telling y'all they own it for numerous years now. They own your airwaves. Yeah. Why you think you can't even refer a book that questions what they say they are? I mean, let's look at the issue. Let's look at the situation. This person that say, hey, I'm going to give you my opinion. I believe this book. Hey, you probably, it's always good to get two sides of a coin. You probably want to check that out. It was pretty interesting to me. You probably want to check that out. So just referring a question about these people is called anti-Semitic. Wow. Wow. Now you want to talk about something unbelievable. And when it comes to these so-called quote-unquote black people, I done heard people come with way less than that and get their ass chewed apart. But what is these bitch ass niggas doing on here? They watching what they say, walking on eggshells, checking niggas for saying for not saying for saying Jew instead of small hat. Man, fuck you niggas. You niggas fake as hell. Ain't no entity gonna have more power than I have over myself, over me, if I got something to say about it. And no, if anti-Semitic means attacking, if it means what they say it means, like straight up going at their race, going at their livelihood, at their people, blah, blah, split, then what that young man did shouldn't be acknowledged as anti-Semitic. But it's gonna be acknowledged that way because they want to play the minds of the people. Kyrie Irving will be right next to what's that boy name? Kanye West at the end of the day. I don't care about these people platform. I don't care about their YouTube. I don't care about their fake ass sports. If you're a fraud and you're a fake, it's going to come to the forefront. And there's nothing that your gadgets, your sports, your music, it's nothing that can be done to stop the truth from coming to fruition. To me, you're telling on yourself, small hat people. You're telling on yourself. Something like this should just roll off your sleeve. But you want to bring attention to it. For what? Why are you blowing up this little balloon to its capacity? Ah, because you want to play on the minds of the people. I see you coming from a mile away. I see you coming from a mile away. Mm. Yes, I do. 1 second. I see you coming from a mile away. So the little brother didn't attack you, right? The little brother didn't say nothing foul about you and your livelihood, your people. Didn't say nothing. He just referred a book, a publication, a movie. Uh, so answer this. Why didn't you take down YouTube? Because YouTube just advertised the same book. Let me see if I got this thing in my what's the name so I could put it up on the screen for y'all. And y'all probably know what I'm talking about already, but I seen this thing advertised on my screen and I said, what? The same thing they chewing this boy over about, they advertising it on YouTube. So when do we see YouTube get put under the hot seat, y'all? I don't see it no more. And I ain't gonna type it in because I'm not interested in it. I know the truth about this world. I don't need no more information on who's and what's what. If you with Christ, you with God. If you ain't with Christ, you with that other God. That's all I need to know. And if you with Christ, you're going to move in ways that you know that he appreciates. And if you ain't with him, you're going to move in ways that, you know, he going to feel the opposite. It's just that simple for me. I don't need no books from ungodly people that don't even believe in God to help me. I got enough of those. I have ungodly men that help me believe more than what I ever believe. And one of those men is one of the people I told y'all to make sure y'all go check out. His name is Zachary K. Hubbard. He's the gematria guy. He do not believe what I believe. And based off his research about this world, I now believe in the one true God in ways I've never thought I could understand and believe in him. Because of this, I don't even think Zach considered himself an atheist. Because he has knowledge that there is a supreme being. But this supreme being that we're being told about, he's not going. He's not going. So I tell y'all, you know, if you need to check the book out, do whatever you need to do. But quit letting these people hold stuff over your head. Know what you need to know. Know what you need to know. And everything else, hey, you got to have faith in what you pray for. You got to have faith in what you pray for. Don't say, hey, God, help me with this, please. In Jesus Christ's name, please help me with this. And then in the midst of you saying that prayer, you go do exactly what you was praying for God to help you do. You go eliminate in your best way the problem you feel you have. When you pray to God, allow him to answer your prayers. Have faith in what you pray for. That's the best thing I can tell you. Can't tell you nothing else different than that. All I can tell you is I tried to do different and it never worked out for me. I tried praying and taking the matters into my own hand, and I still had that same situation. But when I pray and I know I'm doing things that will get my prayers honored, I just had to step back and let God. Period. So don't get trapped up and wrapped up in these characters, man. These dudes, these dudes ain't nothing but characters. They're playing their role. I was on Buddy Lee's show a couple years ago, and I came on there and I led off with the quote unquote black people are an emotional people. And every black person on that panel had a question, or should I say, disagreed with my assertion. Fast forward to this year. Do y'all understand and see where I'm coming from now? They literally create stories so that they can get that emotion up out of you. And that's if you ascribe to being a black person. See, me, I'm not black. I've never been black. I've seen some black people. I'm even in association with some black people, but I've never been black. Oh, nigga, you playing with words. This, that, and no, I'm not. I'm not playing with words. I don't act like black people act. I don't look like a black person. Excuse me. I'm me. I am me. I don't ascribe to no fucking group. Just because this person or that person is the same skin color as me don't mean that they're my people. Because I notice when people say I'm black, other black people like to call that black person my people. No, nigga, you ain't my people. You ain't my people. Then you pull a nigga like True Freeman out the hat. And I'm just hoping that he's in a transformation now, because at one time I was a lot worse than True Freeman. So this ain't no dig on, the stupidity. At one time, yeah, I was a lot worse than True Freeman. See, because True Freeman needed guns to prove his points. I've never needed guns. Even when I carried guns, I never needed guns. So I was a lot worse. See, I was bullied a lot as a kid. So when I got like the 16, 17 years old, I wasn't scared to fight no more. I wasn't scared to get hit in the head and hit in the jaw no more. It was a necessary evil in my book. So yeah, I was a lot worse. Oh, and just like True Freeman, you couldn't tell me the truth about myself without repercussions. Especially if it was something I didn't like. See, that soft motherfucker talking about he blocking. No, all this stuff wasn't out back in the day. So it wasn't no I was blocking. It was I was getting loud. And if we not joking around and we in a heated conversation and I use that B word, y'all know bitch or bitch nigga, it was fighting going down. And after all the smoke cleared, it was all good. Hopefully, the person got the better of me, because I know how to be, I know how to say, okay, I'm good. But I know there's a lot of people, not that type of people. You can't scratch them one more time. You can't black both of their eyes, even though they black one of yours, you can't black both of theirs and it be over with. So I was a lot worse. So when y'all hear me take digs at that man, understand that I'm taking digs at a character I used to portray as well. And I had to go through the fire. I had to go through some fucked up shit, man, for me to even get a clue of what people was trying to tell me. Just know this. If you get people from 4 different directions and most of them don't know each other and they say the same thing about you that you don't like, 9 times out of 10 it's true. Just know that part. You know that part. I think you'll be very successful in your endeavors. You'll be very successful on your endeavors. Hey y'all, I planned on staying on longer than this today, but my wife just called me a little bit before I pressed live, which is why I went live, and said she wanted to take me out somewhere. So I got about a half hour to get ready. We will continue this conversation. I'm not gonna jump out there and say, "Hey, we gonna do it at this time," because every time I do that, I end up looking like a damn dummy. So, I'm not gonna do that. All I'm gonna say is, look out for my thumbnail. If it's meant to be, it's gonna be. And I hope you pull up when you see me. You understand? Let's have a conversation. This not quite an hour, but it's good enough because I need to go ahead and get ready. It's 4 o'clock now. I need to be straight by 4:30. I hope y'all have a beautiful day out there. I hope y'all pull up whether I come back later or whether I come back tomorrow. I'm looking forward to having a conversation. Just, hey, be ready and be strapped. And don't come with that elementary, baby. And if you do come with the elementary, don't be upset with me. All right? We got to understand? Peace, y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up on me. Later.